I would love to open my own bar one day. I feel like that would just be the next move that makes sense. Once all this goes away and I want to move into seclusion, I'm thinking a nice suburb in New Jersey. And not a club, like a dive bar. It doesn't have to be a gay bar. It could be one open to everybody, but it's still a little gay. And by that I mean it has to have that drag queen barfly that's always there. Because that is what makes a bar. That is the cherry on top, and I never see Bar Rescue talk about it. If you don't got a drag queen chain smoking cigarettes talking about how great the 70s were, I want nothing to do with your bar. What's up everybody? Welcome back to another episode of MikeMGTV, and this is another review. It's a review. I do reviews now because I am apparently somebody with a credible opinion. I've seen a lot of people doing this topic recently, and you guys have asked for it a lot, so I've decided today would be the day that I review Bar Rescue. Specifically, the worst bartenders ever to appear on it. And I want to give my 2 cents because sometimes I watch these shows and I feel like they give the bartenders an unfair storyline. Like I feel like they were just set up to fail no matter what. Like I know how production works, and I see them send in these people that are gonna complain no matter what. Or they end up judging the bartender based on the limitations of the establishment. Like, oh, I can't believe they weren't using the proper bar tools. Sometimes the bar doesn't provide it. Sometimes you can't afford to go buy it yourself yet. And sometimes you don't have anybody to show you the ropes and teach you how to properly be a bartender, and you just get thrown into the mix. Especially if you're a hot girl working in a misogynist environment. Because the only requirements you're gonna need in that situation are big tits. In my case, it was a big ass, so. The read goes all the way around. So without further ado, let's get into reacting to some of the worst bartenders ever to appear on Bar Rescue.
Take it! Oh.
Okay, was it done sloppily? Yeah, that's where you fucked up. Because bartenders always take shots off each other. Is it sanitary? No. Is it proper etiquette? No. Do these girls know it's gonna make them tips? Absolutely. And it doesn't seem like this is a 5-star establishment. It looks like a hole in the wall. Like some dive bar in the middle of nowhere. Look at those fish nets. And I'm not judging. These are my favorite bars to go to.
I'm gonna get out of my comfort zone here.
Me too. I'm it.
Every time a customer says, I'm gonna get out of my comfort zone, I cringe. Because I know there's a high chance that they're not gonna like it, whether I make the drink well or not. Sometimes people wanna try something new and order something they wouldn't normally get, and then they end up not liking it. And some bars will still make you charge them for it, which is bullshit because it forces the bartender to be an asshole. This is why I used to get in trouble, because I would just throw the drink away and make you something you like, because I'm not a dick. Just because management sucks doesn't mean I have to.
I'll try this Huckleberry Limeade.
Huckleberry Limeade?
Yeah. Is it good?
It's good.
Bartender's never gonna tell you something is not good. My response would always be, nothing I make isn't good.
What's this? That's me?
Huckleberry?
Sweet.
You got a limeade. Yeah, it's sweet. The biggest complaint I used to get bartending is that the drink would be too sweet. That is why I'm such a stickler in my videos. Whenever I talk about putting too much sugar or candy into my drink, it's because it's the biggest thing that people would complain about, at least for adults. Maybe not if you're a kid at a high school party, because you don't gotta worry about hangovers yet and your palate fully hasn't developed. And that's not a read. I was the same way. I used to drink nothing but Bacardi Raz. But this is something as a bartender you learn through experience. What she probably did wrong was use too much sweet and sour mix. Easy fix, you pour some out and top it off with soda. And in the future, try to stick to freshly squeezed citrus. And then you could add in the simple syrup and measure it. Sweet and sour mix is literally half sweet, half sour, which unless it calls for it, is sometimes too sweet. But like I said, these two were probably gonna complain no matter what she made, so.
What's in that?
Whipped cream.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
There's whipped cream in that?
Yeah, there's
Oh,
whipped
I
cream.
can't wait to see this.
Try that. If you don't like it, let me know.
Imagine it with the whipped cream.
Ah!
Fuck these guys. If there's something in the drink you know you're not gonna like, why would you continue to order it? That poor bartender is probably being made to feel so uncomfortable. Like if you don't like the ingredients, why are you ordering the drink? Right then and there, I would have been like, listen, is there something else you would like better? I don't wanna make you something you're not gonna like. I would try to avoid the situation before it becomes a problem.
Not bad?
Is there a margarita on the possibility?
You want a margarita?
Yeah.
Can I actually do a margarita too?
See, she's being so good. Because in this situation, we gotta be like, sure, no problem, I'll make you something else. But in our heads, we're thinking, thank you for wasting my fucking time. This is why I never fully got into the show, because yes, there are really bad bartenders on this show that I will be reprimanding soon. But then there are situations like this where they're literally just harassing somebody at work who doesn't know any better. Or is a victim of their work environment. Like it's not their fault.
Look at how little is filled the glass.
Oh, and then she's adding ice after.
How's that work? working at, Phil.
Oh, that's never a move. This is why being able to count properly is so important. Not only for the balance of the drink, but the best way to piss somebody off is by giving them no liquor and all ice. At that point, you're just giving them unhealthy water.
It's horrible. Now she's adding more mix because she has to fill it up.
By not measuring properly, there's no way this is going to be a balanced cocktail.
Yeah, if you're gonna do that, just remake the whole drink. Don't just add in more mix and ice. That's not an alcoholic drink. You're charging somebody, what, $8 to $15 on a glass of juice, basically. This is something they do at really commercial areas, which is why I am very picky on where I order drinks. If you're somebody that goes out in Vegas or beach bars, those drinks are always weak and upcharged and end up costing you a fortune. It is one of my biggest pet peeves, not only as a bartender, but as a customer. I always make my drink strong, out of respect. I would rather somebody complain that I gave them too much liquor and then fix it, than have them think I was trying to rip them off and not give them any at all.
Okay, where's the vodka? Should be right there, right? No, I got the gin. Oh, it's right here.
Yeah, you should always know where everything is. Once you get used to working at a bar, it literally becomes muscle memory. Like after working at a place for a few weeks, I don't even need to look where my hands are grabbing. It's definitely a skill and something that takes practice. Like if I move my arm over here, grab a glass at 9 o'clock, reach down at 4, pour whatever I got from 7, and shake it all up, somehow a margarita will appear.
Who still doesn't have drinks? Look around, come on. That whole side isn't served. What's going on down there?
Okay, see, this is another thing that pisses me off. There is 2 bartenders in a packed bar. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that the bar is never that packed. So you are overloading these 2 women for the first time, something that they're not used to. These 2 women don't seem to be skilled or experienced in bartending in a fast-paced environment, which is different.
Come on, ladies, you guys got this. Come on, no waste.
See how they're wasting time muddling every mojito? That's why I say you could just fill the glass with everything that needs to be muddled for a mojito and then shake it on the ice and it will muddle itself. Is that the best, most proper way? No. But for speed bartending when you're understaffed, yes. And I feel bad that no one is there helping these women and letting them know these tips.
I can tell you right now that this is actually short. So these are 3 done.
Fuck this guy who just keeps taking their drink. It can be corrected. I would be so pissed. He's literally there to sabotage them so they look worse than they actually are. It's triggering me and it's pissing me off. I feel bad. I was expecting to see like really shitty bartenders, but I'm just empathizing with them.
I don't have glasses. Mike,
Doing glassware.
I need glasses.
They're overloading the bar with the amount of people that they're not used to dealing with. You could tell because all operations are fucked, management's flustered, the bartenders can't keep up, and the busing staff can't even get rid of the glasses.
Ooh. I don't know if that's very balanced.
The whole idea of a Cadillac is that visually you can see it's a Cadillac because it's basically this color, like a margarita, and then a darker kind of, you know, float.
That is true. The Grand Marnier on a Cadillac will always float at the top. So if you don't see it, it's probably not there. And then you're paying extra for just a normal margarita. If a bartender gives you that, then they're just hoping that you're too stupid to notice that you're paying for a more expensive drink and getting less.
Cadillac strawberry, and we're out of shot glasses, so here you go. Use that glass for you.
Okay, that's not her fault that they're out of shot glasses. If you're out of shot glasses, you make do with what's there. What would you rather, wait longer for something or have the bartender be innovative to get you your drink? A shot is a shot. It doesn't matter what glass you're taking it out of.
Currently, we're out of everything, so just use whatever we got, okay?
Flavor, it's got the kick, but too sweet.
Again, too sweet. Probably because she put so much grenadine in there. Take it back, pour some out, and add in some more alcohol and soda water. Okay, also in her defense, she's the only bartender on staff. And she's bartending, taking orders, serving, and bussing. If there's not somebody to do each one of those jobs, there should be at least 3 bartenders there on staff. The problem is bartenders don't want more bartenders on staff because then they lose tips. Everybody thinks bartenders are just so rich. When that's not the case, we actually have to work ourselves to the bone in order to make a lot of money a shift. Which is why it would be really nice if we got hourly. And why I always stress the importance of tipping. Because in most places, bartenders are making $2 an hour. And if you don't tip them, they don't get paid.
So there's Misty. She's a bartender.
Yeah. Come here, baby.
That's me.
Hey, baby.
There's Shy's butt cheeks. That's lefty and righty right there.
Got a great butt.
Hey, I don't like how he judges the... I thought I was gonna be yelling at the bartender. This is not the Ritz. And all bartenders don't love sexually objectifying themselves. But that is how they get paid. Whether we like to admit it or not, it's the harsh truth. So maybe judge the environment before you judge the person who's having to be subjected to it. Oh my God, this is triggering me for whatever reason.
You got tequila all in my ass and vagina.
There's Sarah. Sarah's patch.
Okay, that might be a little much, girl. You don't want to make it too easy. You want to be sexy, but still seem unattainable. You want the clients to feel like they need to try harder in order to get your attention, and that will make them tip you more. Is this a strip club? Is it, because if it's a strip club, fine. But if it's not, okay, it is a little bit much, I would say. The clientele seems to love it. Like I said, I'm all for being sexy while you work. But there is also a level of like etiquette and class, which kind of makes me like shudder to say, because it sounds so hypocritical, but it's true. Like I would always say I was a whore, not a slut. I would always charge people if they wanted me to take my shirt off. Whores get paid. That's a t-shirt.
She just put her finger in her ass. Oh my God.
Like, I would give you a huge tip, but then I'm leaving.
And she's going to serve people with those hands.
Oh, so she hasn't washed her hand yet.
No! Hands at a bar are such a pet peeve of mine. There are times when I would literally just like always wear gloves. And why I'd always smack everybody that's reaching into my garnishes. Like, I don't know where your fucking fingers have been. Putting your finger in your butthole and then serving cocktails. You out your goddamn mind.
Smoking a cigarette behind the bar. It's against health code.
A cigarette holding over the beer glass.
I don't give a
She's smoking while bartending.
Customers are allowed to smoke in there.
That's fucking disgusting. If you want to go have a cigarette in the back, that's fine. Back when I used to smoke, I used to step outside for a cigarette all the time. But to smoke while you're pouring a beer or making any cocktail for that matter, you're using your hand. A, it's gonna slow you down, but more importantly, B, what if you ash in the drink and then serve that to somebody? That's fucking disgusting.
I've never worked in a bar where you're allowed to drink.
It's completely illegal.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I've never worked in a bar where we're not allowed to drink. And if they say we're not allowed to drink, we still drink. You can write in the comments all you want about how I'm wrong. I'm just telling you what happened.
Hands up, pants down. Yes, this is Tam Tam.
I mean, maybe don't take your tits out and ruin it for the rest of us, Tam Tam.
I was very, very thrown by all the nudity. It was way too much for me on a random Tuesday to see.
It's Tuesday? Taking tits out and getting that fucked up on a Tuesday. Like, I know this is trash and I know this is bad, but where is this bar? Because I want to go.
Are you okay? Oh yeah, I'm absolutely okay.
She's send her home. Send her absolutely home. This is where drinking on the job becomes too much. And like I said before, if you can't handle your liquor, then you should not be a bartender. Or that's when management should step up and fire you. If I owned a bar and the bartender was sitting on the floor eating fucked up instead of working, they would be gone.
Do you guys have a beer list by chance? We do not. I had a beer that was old. The characteristics of an IPA would be the hops would be there and they weren't there. So that means the beer's old. They've fallen off.
What did I say in my last video? The lesbians know their IPA. Maybe she's not a lesbian. But my statement still stands. Lesbians and straight hipster guys, they know their IPA.
That pour was so clogged, she had to screw it off the bottom. Look at it go! Look at it go! Oh, man, it chunks!
The Bloody Mary mix was chunky. That's just straight tomato paste. That's gonna just completely separate in the cocktail and look and taste disgusting. You absolutely cannot serve that to someone. Absolutely not. This is what happens to bars that hire bartenders strictly on look. Is that part of it? Yeah, but you also need some sort of common sense.
This is ridiculous.
Oh my God, they're squirting each other and fighting behind the bar. No. Let me warn you this because I saw this get somebody in a lot of trouble. Did you know that squirting somebody with the soda gun is considered legal assault? I saw, and this is not good. I'm not saying this is good. I'm not making excuses for this person. But there was a customer who's getting really rude. And I know a fellow bartender who proceeded to pick up the soda gun and squirt them with it. They then got arrested for assault because of soda. And I learned something that night.
Can I make it old fashioned?
I'd look it up on my phone.
An old fashioned is literally one of the easiest cocktails to make. It's literally like sweet whiskey with a cherry or an orange. And I'm not trying to shame you for having to look up the cocktails in the back. I've said in previous videos, that is something I did. That's literally how I learned how to make all my drinks. But don't tell the customer that. Just say, oh yeah, sure, I just gotta go grab something in the back. No matter what you're doing in life, whether it's bartending or not, always fake confidence, whether you have it or not. Don't ever let people know that you don't know what you're doing. Trust me, I never know what I'm doing, and here I am.
Do you think it's funny that you don't know how to make any of the drinks that you've been on your board for a year?
I know how to make them, just because it's not exactly to their taste doesn't mean that I'm doing it wrong.
You can adapt your drink. And also, you have like 8 drinks up on that board. How do you not know that? I've worked at clubs where we needed to memorize 300 cocktails before. Not only that, each one had a specific liquor that went into them. It wasn't just gin for some. You needed to know that that was strictly Bombay. So when I see a bartender who doesn't know how to make their drinks, especially when it's like 8 cocktails, that's pathetic. That's just a lack of effort. I have learning disabilities. If I was able to do it, so can you.
They got some fruit flies.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. See? I'm sure they're How's that one, Pablo? That one's better.
He's just put the bottle back in the well.
Absolutely not. You found bugs in the bottle and you just put it back. If you serve somebody a drink with bugs in it, you throw it away. You avoid that by making sure you adequately wrap up all the bottles at the end of the night, or I would just suggest putting the caps back on all of them. And yes, I'm serious. It's better than serving people bugs in their drinks. That's fucking disgusting.
So he's prepared to serve that to the next guest. Sure. And hopefully get away with it.
What bottles have fruit flies in them? Show them to me.
Probably every one of them.
You put them back there with the flies in them, didn't you? Yeah. So you served a drink to a guest, and he puts it back down there and serves it to the next guest.
That's actually fucking disgusting.
Sure, I want you to go behind the bar, take every bottle with bugs in it and put it on top of the bar.
So how many you got up there now?
9 so far.
9 so far, and he's just starting.
9 bottles have bugs in them. That's fucking disgusting.
Look at the bugs in this bottle.
Oh my.
I'm done. This is where we're gonna stop. That's fucking disgusting. Oh my God, that was some of the worst shit I've ever seen. In the comments down below, let me know what's the worst thing you ever experienced at a bar. What is the #1 thing that pisses you off when you go out? Whether it be how the bartender acted or the way your drink was made. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and subscribe for future videos. I put them out weekly, and be sure to follow me on all forms of social media. You can find me everywhere at MikeMGTV, and shoot me a DM and let me know if you've ever had a shitty experience like this. This is disgusting. If you would like to check out more content, you could check out my second vlog channel, Mike Mulderrick. A link to that is now in the description below, along with a link to my podcast with my co-host Mac Does It, Messy with Mac and Mike. And for more explicit, uncensored content, you could check out Mike After Dark. Thank you guys for watching. My name is MikeMGTV. I make videos every Tuesday and Thursday, and you're fucking welcome.